Here we are, we locked down in different cities, and our virtual connection.
Hi beautiful people, my name is Caroline Wamboy and welcome back to this channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be preparing my series for the month, or rather about 2 or 3 weeks. And I did it in several days, so it is just a capture of several days because I was not able to boil up the cereals on a single day. So stick around and just see what I exactly did and also what I exactly boiled. My freezer was completely empty and I needed to stock it up because I was already back to work and I didn't want to create any inconveniences during my working days. So stick around and make sure you watch to the end and pick a few insights. On this first day, I started with my yellow beans and lentils because I had not bought the other things, and so I decided to cook what I had with me, and that's why I only prepared 2 items. I was going to get the others the following day from the market so that I will prepare them too. So these cereals were not very dirty. I think for the beans, I had got them from the village, so my mom had already sorted them by the time I was coming with them. And for the lentils, I had gotten them from someone who normally sort their cereals, so they weren't very dirty.
We won't be long before dawn. Gotta be patient for a while. Someday we'll look at stars in the same sky. When I'm on the other side.
As usual, I'm going to soak my beans, and I usually use hot water, especially when I want them to cook very fast. So I'm going to boil up my water and allow them to soak for some time before I can begin cooking them.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it.
These are beans that my mom had given me when we went for holidays. So I think I'm sorted for this month, and I'll be using them to cook my rice because it is a bit different bean from what I'm used to. And my mom told me it's very good for doing rice. So I'll boil it maybe in the next time because my yellow beans are over. That bean looks exactly like the green bean, but it is purple in color. I can't wait to see and have a taste of it.
But we both know how to swim. No worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow.
So this is the appearance of soaked beans. They have already soaked for at least an hour. Is it about an hour? So they are going to take the shortest time to boil because they are already soft. And I normally soak using hot water. Yeah, so they are going to cook really fast. So here are my lentils. I didn't soak them because they usually cook very fast. So I will first boil this, then I will boil the lentils. So that will be the boiling of day 1. Yeah. Guys, my cereals of the day are ready and I'm just waiting for them to cool down so that I can pack them. So I'll give them some more time. I had not cooked these ones in this sufuria. I had cooked them in a pot, the nyungu, but I am using it to heat water. So that's why I have put them in this sufuria. Yeah, at least these ones are going to take me for 2 weeks when I combine with the rest that I'm going to be cooking tomorrow. So the video is not yet over, so stick around and you are going to see the next things that I had to boil. My freezer is completely empty. That's why I need to stock it. I think I should show you. I'm going to show you along the video. So I have nothing left in the freezer. That's why I want to stock it up, because I've already begun going to work and I don't want to waste my times in the morning trying to boil up cereals. So I will allow them to cool, then we will pack them later in the night. So guys, this is later in the evening. My cereals have already cooled down and they are ready to go to the freezer, and I've packed them in proportions of what we normally consume with my daughter. That is, I have not put any extra amount. This is what we can consume per meal with my daughter. So I'm just going to put the lids, then I'm going to pack them in the freezer. But before that, let me show you how my freezer is. You can see there is nothing in the freezer. There is totally nothing. I only have these what are they called, sausages, and there is nothing more. It's completely empty. So I want to restock it because I need to. There are no cereals in the house, and this is quite risky for me because of even my working hours. So I've done the first bunch. So I'm going to do another bunch tomorrow, God willings, and I will still insert it here. So guys, that is day 1 and day 2 is coming. As you realize, I normally pack them in a specific way. I don't usually pack same cereals in one row so that we cannot consume something consecutively. So that so I have the camande, beans, and so on and so forth. So the rest of them, I'm going to put them here in this space and also in this other space. So let's meet tomorrow, guys. So this is some days later. Actually, I was not able to boil the cereals the following day. Yeah, I think this was after a day or so, and this is at night, and we are just trying to prepare our githeri. So here are our maize. We are just trying to get our maize from the cobs. As I catch up with some premiers, because I got busy during the day and I was not able to catch up with any of them. So my work is sometimes involving, because it's field work and you cannot just get into premiers while working, while involving customers. So at times I just have to come and have the premiers done after work. So we are going to do this. I also have some piece behind me. I don't know if you can see that blue paper. I also wanted to peel them because I was also boiling them together with the githeri on the same day and many more cereals. So let's see how we did it.
Show any fear. I've been flying from town
After I was done with the maize, I went ahead to just sort my beans, and I'm going to be using my green beans to cook githeri because I don't want to use that other bean that I had gotten from home. I'll be using it for rice. So I just opted to use this one because I didn't have yellow bean with me also. Yeah, and I'm telling you, the githeri turned out so well. You cannot even realize the difference between eating the green bean and the yellow bean. So I'm going to soak the beans overnight because the maize are a bit soft. I'm going to be cooking my githeri the following days, including other cereals.
Here we are, we locked down in different cities, and our virtual connection falls apart. Guess it's been too many years since California. Now the memories of us is all I have. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles. We pretend that time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before dawn, gotta be patient for a while. Someday we'll look at stars in this same sky when I'm on the other side. Take me back to the life that we once knew, when the walls weren't closing in like they are now. Cause it's been too many years since California. I wish I could get there, I don't know how. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles. We pretend that time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before dawn, gotta be patient for a while. Someday we'll look at stars in the same sky when I'm on the other side.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town.
It took me quite some time to sort out these beans because they were quite dirty. And I've realized anytime I have to do shopping from a wholesale shop, then I have to take a lot of time to do the sorting. Just look at what I got. Because they don't sort out anything for you, not even the smallest bit of dirt. So you have to do everything by yourself. I think I'll just take some time and sort out the remaining cereals maybe over the weekend, because after boiling everything, I remained some of them. And I will get storage containers because I don't have some, so that when I sort them, I'm going to put them well clean because it can really waste up your time. So I'm going to be sorting not sorting, to be soaking the beans, and this time I'm doing it using cold water because I will be soaking them overnight. If I was going to be cooking them after a few hours or so, I would have used hot water. But since I don't want them to get so soft, I'm just going to use cold water so that they can cook at the same time with the maize. So yeah, so that's it. So this is the following day, and at this time my githeri was already cooking,
I realized that I needed to add up on the cereals that I was going to cook for the day. So I'm going to be sorting out green grams. I will also be sorting out some dengu specials, and I will also be taking care of my peas because I have included them in today's list.
Tonight we will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
I didn't boil up so much. I just divided this kg into two. So I boiled about half a kg of this, and actually each and every cereal I boiled, including the dengu special, was about half a kg. Even the lentils that I had boiled prior was half a kg together with the beans. That's how I usually boil my cereals. I boil them in half a kgs. Then they normally take me for about 3 or 2 weeks depending on what we have been consuming.
There's some little moments it was easy just feeling alive. 2 a.m. wide awake talking like we had the whole night.
This is what is called dengu special, and in case you normally have some problem with heartburn or gas problems with these other types of dengus, the cotton and the nylon, you can always try this one. It's very favorable for people with some complications with the stomach and also those who have heartburns, and it cooks for a longer time than any of them, so you need to be a little bit more patient while cooking it.
To move on, to feel it, it's all that I needed. Searching for the moments I'm a little less empty inside. Fewer late nights cause nobody seems to make the time. And I don't know how to do this right. No, I don't know how the years gone by. Searching for the moments I'm a little less 25. Every now and again I trace my steps back to then. Ooh, I want that feeling. It's all that I needed. To move on, to feel it. It's all that I needed.
So this is after finishing. I just soak them up and cook them behind camera, so you are going to see how everything turned out.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with.
So finally, guys, all my cereals are ready. I have my peas here, and you can see they are as green as a raw. I think I explained the last time I usually boil them. I also have my dengu special here. I also cooked dengu here. We've already cooked some for dinner, so that was what remained. And finally, I have my githeri here. I'm going to pack them in the containers off camera, then I will show you what I managed to get. So guys, this is what I have, and the githeri ended up being more, but at least for the rest, I got at least 2 containers for each, and yeah, I think I'm good to go. If I combine this with what I had boiled previously, this is enough for us for the next 2 weeks, and I still have some remaining githeri here. Nimekosa pa kuweka. I'm going to look for a container for the same. Yeah, I'm grateful to God for this. We are sorted for the next few weeks. So guys, let me end this video here. Yeah, let me see you in my next one. Bye bye. I love you.